Now the curve y is equal to x plus 1 over x, for which x is greater than 0. Find the stationary point of this curve. Second, increasing or decreasing function of this curve. And third, the nature, maxima or minima of this curve. So we can write this thing as y equal to x plus x power minus 1. Then dy by dx is equal to 1 plus minus 1 into x power minus 2. This thing is equal to 1 minus 1 over x square. For this stationary point, you have to put dy by dx equal to 0. So this will become 1 minus 1 over x square equal to 0, or 1 over x square equal to 1. This implies that x square is equal to 1, or x is equal to plus minus 1. But minus 1 we are going to reject because x should be greater than 0 there. So it means x coordinate is equal to 1. So when x coordinate is equal to 1, then the stationary point y is equal to x plus 1 over x. So 1 plus 1 over 1, and that is equal to 2. So stationary point will be equal to 1 and 2 there. Now we have to check increasing or decreasing function. For this portion, 1 is the stationary point. So before 1 and after 1. But before 1 up till 0 there, because it is not, x is greater than 0, so 0 is not a part of the function there. So in between 0 and 1, then we are going to check. In the decreasing function or the increasing function, we have calculated the value of dy by dx, which is the slope, and that thing is equal to minus 1 over x square. Now we put x greater than 0 and less than 1. Any value we can put from these two values there. So let's say 0.5. So dy by dx is equal to 1 minus 1 over 0.5 whole square. Or that is equal to 1 minus 1 over 0.5, or that thing is equal to minus 3, which is less than 0. So it is decreasing function when x lies between 0 and 1 there. Then we are going to find out the second point there. When x is greater than 1, we know that dy by dx is equal to 1 minus 1 over x square. Now we can put any value of x more than 1. So let's say that is 2. 1 minus 1 over 2 square, or that thing is equal to 1 over 2 to the 4. 1 minus 0.25, that thing is equal to 0.75, which is greater than 0. So it is increasing function. Then they are asking about the third point there. Find the nature of these points. Nature means what? Maxima or minima. And for this, you are going to find out the second derivative of this function. Since the first derivative equal to 1 minus 1 over x square, so you are going to find out the second derivative of this d square y over dx square. That should be equal to 0 minus minus 2 into x power minus 3, or that thing is equal to minus minus plus 2 and x power 3 there. So this is the second derivative of this function, for which dy by dx is equal to 1 minus 1 over x square. Now we have to calculate whether it is maxima or minima, as we have already calculated there. Since the stationary point is x is equal to 1, so you put here 2 over 1 cube, that is equal to 2 over 1, that is equal to 2, which is greater than 0. So it is minima at x is equal to 1. And there's only one point there, which is minima there. So this is the complete solution of this question number 2 for this function, where we have calculated the stationary point, the increasing, decreasing, and the nature.